Good afternoon, dear students. Today we will do the question number 5 of exercise 1.3 chapter integers. The question 5 is find the sign of the product. Here we have to find only the sign, not the product. Just we have to tell which sign will become in the product. So the first question is a positive integer is multiplied by another positive integer. Means we have to multiply positive integer by a positive integer. When both are positive, the product is always positive. Same sign, positive product. Keep the rule in mind always. Remember the rule. Same sign, positive product. Now look at the second. This is a negative integer is multiplied by another negative integer. Means negative integer multiplied by negative. Here also both the integers are negative. Means but these are 2 in number. Even 2 is an even number, or we can remember like this also. Same sign, positive product in case of 2 integers. Now look at the third. A positive integer is multiplied by a negative integer. Here one number is positive and one number is negative. Clearly negative sign is only one is a odd. It means we will put the negative sign. Also opposite sign means negative product. Now look at the question number 6. Find the product using suitable arrangement. Now see class, our question is minus 25 multiplied by 58 multiplied by 4. Now see class, if we directly multiply 25 by 58 or 58 by 24, it will be a tough one. So how we arrange the numbers? We have taken the group of minus 25 multiplied by 4. Because we know 25 multiplied by 4 is 100. And the multiplication with 100 is very easy. And lastly we have written 58. This is which property? We are using the associative property of multiplication of integers. So minus 25 into 4, it becomes minus 100. Minus sign will come because one is negative and one is positive, and multiplied by 58. And when we know very well when we multiply by 100, just we have to put 2 zeros in front of the number. So 58 and 2 zeros means the product of this is minus 25 multiplied by 58 multiplied by 4 is minus 5800. Simple. Now look another one more example. This is minus 20 into 72 into minus 5. Same way, if we multiply this by this number or this by this will be a tough one. So what arrangement we have done? We have taken these two numbers together to multiply first. So I have written minus 20 into minus 5 multiplied by 72. Now 25 is 100 and both two negative signs means same sign, positive product multiplied by 72. The answer comes directly. So within seconds we are able to write the multiplication, to write the answer, to write the product. Otherwise we will do the calculations in the rough, but here we need not to do any calculation. Directly we are writing the answer in just 2 steps. Now look at this third. This is 40 multiplied by 75 multiplied by minus 125. Here class we need not to do any arrangement because the question seems to be very easy as it is written. Because 40, there is a 0. So just we have to multiply first 75 by 4 and we will put 1 0 directly. So 75 4 is 300 and 1 0 of this 40. Because here is 1 0. When we multiply 70 by 4, it comes 300 and 1 0 we will more put, and this becomes 3000 multiplied by minus 125. This is also the oral multiplication because we will put in the product in the last 3 zeros. So just we have to multiply minus 125 by 3 only. So when we multiply 125 by 3, it becomes 375 and 3 zeros comes like this. Here there are 3 zeros. As here are 3 zeros, we will put 3 zeros here. and the negative sign because this is negative here. So the product of this whole is minus 375,000, right? Now look at the 7th question. This is simplify using distributive property. Class, here we have to use the distributive property. The first question is minus 75 by 9. You may think that we can write the answer directly, why we need to all this, but we are doing all this because we have to represent here the distributive property. So how we will do and what we will do, see class, in place of 9 what we will write 10 minus 1. 9 is just before the 10, so we will write 10 minus 1. Now minus 75 multiplied by, and we will keep this in the bracket, 10 minus 1. Now as you know, in the distributive property, once we will multiply it by this and once we will multiply it by this, and the sign remains the same in the middle. जो इसका साइन है वही यहाँ पर आएगा. एक बार हम इसको मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे और एक बार हम इसको मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. एंड कीप इन माइंड दिस इज minus 75. So minus 75 multiplied by 10, just keep it in one bracket, minus 75 into 1, another bracket. When you multiply these two, this becomes minus 750, minus sign remains the same, and this becomes minus 75, and this will be in the bracket. Now minus, and here bracket, when you open the bracket, this is like multiplication. So minus multiplied by minus sign becomes positive, same sign, positive. So minus 750 plus 75. So and now here one is negative and one is positive, and when the sign are different, what we have to perform, we have to do the subtraction. So what we will do, we will subtract 75 from 750. It becomes 675. And why we have put the negative sign? Because 750 is negative here. The sign of the big number always we will put. So the final product of minus 75 into 9 is minus 675. 675. Now look at the another question. This is 365 multiplied by 99. Now what we will write in place of 99? We will write 100 minus 1. And the same question as we have performed earlier in the first question. Once we will multiply by 100, once we will multiply by 1. And what sign we will put in between? The minus sign, because here is the negative sign. So when you multiply by 100, it becomes 36,500, and this becomes 365. And as the sign is of minus, you subtract and you get the answer 36,135. Now look one more example, class. Here the number is minus 207 multiplied by 98. See, now in place of 100 what you will write? Here you will write 100 minus 2, because 100 minus 2 is 98. Now when you multiply, once you multiply by 100, once you multiply by 2, and you will put the minus sign in between. So the multiplication of these two becomes 20,700, and the multiplication of these two is 414. But negative sign, because minus 207 is negative here. Now this is, when you open this bracket, the same positive sign will come here, and then this is negative, this is positive. What you have to do, you have to subtract here, and the sign will come minus, negative sign will come, and the answer will be 20,238.